an entrepreneur, you have done almost all the check boxes you have ticked, right?
Yeah,
You have the team, you have delegation, you have how to maintain a fixed protocol, and how to ensure that patients are coming from word to mouth, good quality care, and now embracing the technology also. So hello friends, today we have with us our special guest, Dr. G. Buvenswari. Ma'am is a trained gynecologist. She has taken a training from the Salem and Chennai, and then she has gone to Cambridge, and she has also got trained in the reproductive health. And she is one of the pioneers in this field. She was running a very good practice, rolling practice, and many branches in nearby areas. She basically hails from Chennai, but then there was some slump due to the corona, and that is when she joined our academy. And after that, the story has been different. So welcome, ma'am.
welcome.
Thank you so much for the introduction and opportunity.
Yeah.
Great, ma'am. So we'll start with a very important question from the very start. Like, how has been your journey? What has been up and downs in this field, especially with people being a women doctor, and on a daily basis something is changing. So entrepreneurship as well as your skills.
Yeah, so I started as a basically gynecologist and who got trained, and as long as I did my MBBS, I never realized in a government sector what is really expected outside that hospital. So when I came into the private practice immediately after that, then I went into obstetric gynecology training in CMC Velu. Totally different contrast of training and different way of dealing the patients. So when I finished my training there, then I went into private practice in 2002 outside. So that is the time I realized I'm not able to give the same personalized care anywhere.
Correct.
So I felt there is a lack of personalized care even in government segment. Again in the institute. Institute has given us a lot of protocol system, like how to work in a system, teamwork. A lot of other things it taught me. So I wanted to come and implement. When I came out, immediately I started calling few of my colleagues. I said, obstetric gynec is not a single man show. We need to have a team. So we thought we'll all put together and then do it. No man can work 24/7. So I thought it should be continuity of care. Since we don't give continuity of care, so we always tend to change our protocols, change our plan of treatment. And obstetric is an ongoing process, which we should not be altering it. So it should go on its own path. So ultimately, whatever I have seen, basically many of them, they come in the morning, by 4 they want to deliver, finish and go. That is where I feel that though it is within our fraternity, that's how the women can act, because the family support is required. There are a lot of problems with the families, so we won't be able to take up everything in one go. So somewhere we have to balance. So when balancing, we lose our focus on doing what we are supposed to do. So
Absolutely.
that is where I felt that the training and the teaching is important, and colleagues should be cordial. So always I had 2-3 gynecologists back up with me. So I wanted to go to more conferences, academics, so many activities, but I never wanted to compromise my patients. So I was also a consultant, and even at a very young age, I was a consultant for a lot of embassies. So those places, like, when the patient comes at any time, I should be available. If I am not available, I should allow my consultant to attend the patient. So I always train that patients that every doctor can see the patient and handle, but the talent and skill and safety is my responsibility. So that is the point I wanted to always tell them. But most of the time, I got the response when I came and started this kind of a thing. People started thinking that how can we just go and attend our patient, and why should I have to come and see the patient? Though we are not monetarily, I'm sharing everything to outside, and then I wanted patient care should not be disturbed. But that understanding was not there actually. So all the time I wanted, then I started my practice. It was going very busy. I was a visiting consultant for many hospitals, many big corporates. That is the place I thought, okay, at least some corporate backup where the nurses, other medical support is there. So, okay, it was okay for me. But again, that's all depends on the availability, timings, and so many things were there. So that is where I started thinking that, okay, let me start my own. That time my husband was not supporting. He was in Europe doing business. Okay. So I started in 2012 only. I started my own hospital, thinking that if at all I'm doing IVF, I should be doing it in my own hospital. Because in a multi-specialty, it is very difficult for them to understand the IVF concept. and day and night, the things like that. And many doctors, I felt that they thought IVF means they don't need to work long hours. Basically, IVF, you need to spend more time analyzing, understanding what's happening behind the skin in the lab, and lot more things. So I was more into the embryology part of knowing every aspect of the thing. So that was a misunderstanding. A lot of people were there, and people started discouraging it. Don't do all those things like that. But I wanted to start. I started in a rented place. Even when I took it in a rented place next to my clinic itself, I took, because it should be very comfortable for me to spend my more time there. My house is opposite my clinic, and then here my school, everything I planned such a way that I should not be spending more time in other travelings and other things. So then when we started, it was really good, and we were able to give personalized care, good success, good standards. We have been named as one of the top number one in 2016 Times Health, and many awards we have got as a standard of care and quality and other things. But what happens for that craziness? What we lose is, like, financially, we may not be getting so much benefit because we focus more on those things, standardization, quality, giving more care, putting up so many layers. At the end of the day, the cost of the patient was going up. The cost of the patient is not matching. So what our aim was to give the quality care like how CMC institutions doing, but you do at the affordable cost. But in a private setup, it is very, very difficult. The moment you say you have to do this and that, hiring itself is going very high. Manpower cost is going high, then everything is doubled up. So where do you meet the cost? So that is where it is. And even the doctor's level, junior to the level, you want to keep it. But again, the demand is very high in the cities where you want to be in a prime place, where you want to spend a lot of things. It was there like that. So then again, we think that in a nursing home, what is possible, we should think. We should not think what corporate does. Most of the doctors we hire for operations, they come and say, first thing is, we change this, we change that, we do that. That's the mistake was happening. I felt this is the experience we had. But everywhere I will realize within 2-3 months, I cut short and make sure that loss will not happen at least. We never lost a penny so far, at least, even if you don't make more profit. But the standard should not be disturbed. The people come, go, everything. They'll keep changing the protocol. One thing I realized my success is, even today, I'm having my own reputation, my patients, my demand is there. The reason I never change my care. I never compromise on patient thing. I never give up many of these things because of someone comes and changes. So there is a set protocol. I design every protocol. I write up this one for everybody. I train them that they have to do it. So I can compromise for the operations and change over of a lot of things. But these things should be the basic. If it is there, I feel that then definitely you can do at least very well. But you need more people to come in. Then you have to be a little bit flexible to understand that lot more other things like marketings and other things you need to shell out. That is where we are not able to understand. So our problem also, we never worked in referral marketing. I never did a marketing budgeting. So those are the lacking point for us, which really affecting us now, because all our competitors, everybody follows all this dictum. Only I am doing my own digital media. I am very popular in YouTube. What I started in 2014-15, I decided that I cannot spend money, but I can talk. I can give awareness talks. I record myself in a phone or some small camera. I started uploading. No editing, no digital marketing, nothing. That's how I started. And now 1,10,000 subscribers I have, and plus ongoing process. So that is a small step I took. But that changed really, a lot of other centers started following, because where they were shelling out crores of money in print media and other medias, I was not doing anything. I was actually earning from YouTube. So I was only doing this part. So that those days, actually, not many people are using that platform. And a lot of cooking and other things were there. But if you go back, mine, so many videos are very popular. So that is how I started using it. And then we thought, okay, we'll stick to only digital media, and there where I can know whatever time I have, whatever way I want, I can do it like that. That is the only marketing we do. But in IVF segment, definitely you need a referral connection with the colleagues. gynecologist.
Correct.
No one wants to, willing to even refer, even if you do a good quality, good success. That I understood that of late, the competitors, corporate kind of a people, they just only based on this, whether you have a junior doctor, just senior doctor, the patient goes just because somebody gets a referral.
Right.
Correct.
So that we realized last 2-3 years, it is actually it is too much is happening. So we are thinking, are we into that race or do we take it up or not? So we have not decided it. Now this month only we have hired a high cost one digital, not digital marketing, like a marketing head to do something. But I'm not very sure how to take it out.
We will help you out. No, not to worry. Because
after this, you suggested one glance and we started using it. So now that helps me a lot because I can see from my laptop lot of things what happens in outreach centers, what they do, what kind of procedures they're doing. I'm able to at least get the inputs. The doctors are reporting, sending through WhatsApp previously, but now financial also I can correlate with that what they're sending that report. That really helps me a lot. Last 3 months, I'm seeing a lot of difference. I can pinpoint and find out that other aspect also. Apart from clinical.
So as an entrepreneur, you have done almost all the check boxes you've ticked, right?
Yeah.
You have the team, you have delegation, you have how to maintain a fixed protocol and how to ensure that patients are coming from word to mouth, good quality care, and now embracing the technology also. I'm learning and I'm trying to train our staffs. Our staffs again still not willing to learn everything technical.
Yes, that's a problem. But since you put, when a leader put emphasis on that, somehow even if people are not very willing, slowly things will change. But if you are not putting emphasis, then nothing will change. So keep doing what you are doing. Absolutely, Pranav sir has just told us that you have checkmarked all the entrepreneurship. I can see the full the rainbow of whatever things are required to be a successful entrepreneurship. You have all the qualities.
See, to be fact, the last 8 years they were using software was paid by us, but not a single person has used it. It was shocking to me actually. Because whenever my husband came to me and said, why you people are not using, I am paying so much like that. When you were telling, I always used to tell, no, we cannot read. I want to see my handwriting. My staff don't have time. They will not sit and do. So I was actually discouraging and I was telling him that, no, don't force us. Me doctors and staff, we don't do like that. So we were actually adamant in accepting that. When I wanted to take up only, I realized that I need everything into the system. Yes, you have to let go some things, right? It's very common. That is the really change game, I think. So that's done long back. That is present in all the doctors. Everybody is a perfectionist and they want to do the way they are doing it. Sometimes we have to, even if 80% thing, 80% outcome is there, we should delegate. And it will happen soon with your marketing, digital marketing concept also. It is like if you are not doing digital marketing, if you're not telling the people what you are offering, that is a sin. That is, you are not doing justice to your talent. Correct.
Because your customer is already there, they are searching. If a good people are not found, then they will go to the bad people, which is a disservice to you are doing to your own education and to society. So that is why we say that if you really want to serve, be there on the digital platform and tell what the good things are you are doing. So that
I always post. I always do whenever I get time around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the night. I do that at least 10 minutes.
And you have 1 lakh subscriber. That's a dream for me. Any doctor.
Instagram, Facebook, everything I post because I do hire a digital marketing here and there. But again, they need our input, what we want. So that I can create myself and post it. That's what I started.
See, what we tell people here in the academy that you have 3 milestones to achieve on YouTube at least. So firstly is like 1,000 subscriber. That's the first level when you start, and then you put little effort, get to the 10,000 one, and dream for 1 lakh. If you have 1 lakh subscriber, that means you are doing perfectly fine, and you will get a lot of leads without any marketing. Lot of your work will get enhanced 5 times, 6 times. And then you can do your paid marketing also if you are very aggressive. Otherwise, 1 lakh subscriber is perfect. It's a dream true for any doctor. You don't require a million subscriber unless your whole income is depending on online thing. But since a practicing doctor, 1 lakh subscriber is the ideal point where person should be aiming for.
Almost 30-40% of my patients are either old patients or from YouTube. That's all.
Referral, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So, ma'am, you have almost everything we should a successful entrepreneur should have, right?
No,
Then how did the community, how did the Doctorpreneur community help you, or what was the thing that you got from the community?
See, basically being a passionate doctor, I'm successful. I'm happy in delivering my care. I am doing 200% of satisfied care, but that is not required. Okay, when you are outsider, what I feel when a lot of investors came to us long time, every time they come and ask us, can we join with you? So all the time people come and ask us when they are assessing what profit margin we are taking, what commercial we are doing, that is more important than how much I am doing. Okay.
Yes.
So I can do 100 patients. If I'm doing all free, nobody is interested in me. Okay. So that is where I realized that it is not only doing what I like and what I want. At the end of the day, we should grow in a different manner. Like that is where we thought, like, instead of I thought outreach center, just a basic care patient can be given. The main care should be given only by the talented people in the main center. But again, the patients, now that trend is changing. Patient don't want to travel, patient don't want to come. You need to put up a centers, everything available in that places. That is what more often successful now. For that, you need a lot of money and lot of strategic, views and other things, support you need. So that is, I think, unless we have a big, team people, and then it is possible. So that is where I feel that still we have not grown to that level. Being in the center of the city, and then you will be spending more money instead of that. If you would have been in the periphery and learned a lot of things to grow bigger, it would have been even the place. No, you need to have a bigger place, bigger thing to involve other doctors. So that is not there. Like now it is all mine. Like I am there. So I am there all the time. Patient will be there. If I am out of that place, nobody will be there. That should not be there. No. So whether I am there or not, it is that
it should work. It should work.
So that is why I'm trying to train the doctors and bring them and introduce to patient.
Yes.
But that again, acceptance is very less. I felt that it's because so many years they are used to me.
Yes.
Maybe, they have to come out of that, and or I have to give up. If I'm giving up, our loss is too much actually. If I don't go, so that somewhere still I'm not able to understand how to come out of it and make it independent of me. That is one point we are trying to do that. So that is that. So still I feel that I'm not successful to give a brand, a GBR as a different entity. I need to make it more stronger and lead. Or it's not that leaving, I want to be part of it, but investors comes whenever they say they want me to give up GBR, which I don't want to do. That controversy also is there.
But since you are working on a standardization, and if you really consciously start helping getting people on interns and helping them to become a good gynae doctors, and then taking things from you, learning from you for a period of time, and then giving them an independent like for example, you go to the branding module in our academy, and in a homeopathy module we have put a branding case study of Doctors Batra. Okay, there is a Doctors Batra case study in the homeopathy module, which is actually relevant to everybody who is in branding and franchising. So how he was able to do that, we have tried to decode that. So once you go through that and see that if that can help you in getting the standardization of services, and people who are new to you, new customers, they can face the new doctors, so that they do not rely only on you. At the back end you can be there always for a few minutes, but then 95% of the time the new people can take, and so that has to be developed. The entire level 2 team has to be built by you consciously for a period of time. You will train 10 people, 5 will go away, you will feel cheated. That's okay. You have to take this in your stride and keep that engine going. After a while, you will have few people who will even die for you, because they believe in your vision, they believe in your teaching, and they can see their growth in your with you. So that with that set of people, you start progressing. So that's a long-term process. Yeah.
is where in my specialty, maybe I don't know, I'm not able to understand or something. What I felt was infertility is easy to train anybody because that can be like a Batra's unit, like any unit nowadays, it is like that we can train, make them understand. In our specialty, women are very stronger, I felt, because the moment they're getting trained, it's not that they want to be under GBR, they want to be on their own. So that is one problem we are
that's
seeing.
true. That's true. That's true. That will happen.
Second point is that obstetric gynec and I'm a trained laparoscopic surgeon and robotic surgeon. I do even the robotic surgeries very well. And this skill cannot be transferred very easily to all the people.
Correct.
So that when I want to train, nobody wants to get trained. Nowadays, people are saying that we'll go to the corporate, let us sit there and let some surgeon do and go off. Nobody wants to take up that. So maybe when we segregate these two, it might happen. But again, the risk is there. Like, no, if they want to only do fertility, they want to be on their own. If they want everything, because I want to give us a women's health, at least they should be able to give the surgical expertise. That is where our doctor's role are there. No, so that has to be given. Otherwise, a lot of people are coming up with mishandle, not operated, so many complications, which we can definitely prevent.
Correct.
So that aspect are not taken care of them. That is why I'm not willing to give up that part. So if I'm giving up that, then what else we can hold on? So when we are doing that, when we are training, it takes longer time.
Right.
So
right.
now we see that all the doctors, either they want to pursue next, like even I was like that now. So they want to keep learning. Once one stage comes, they don't want to take responsibility. That is it. Now people more want to be in the corporate rather than in the subspecialty hospitals like
that's a mix of people everywhere will happen, but you should not be discussed to build your level B team or level 2 team until unless you have a very strong level 2 team. You will not be able to grow or have time for yourself.
That's true.
So that needs to be built consciously, and we can talk in detail about that. Moving
one question is coming, ma'am. That how did you make 1 lakh subscribers? What is the mantra? Tell the other fellow doctors that what did you do? And it is not something which happens every day.
Yeah, and how long it took you?
And what are the the special funda about that?
No, basically I started doing because I wanted to talk, because I never prepared anything. I never go in a subjective manner. I take a case-based scenarios. I just start how I counsel the patient. If the patient is in front of me, if you go to the video, I never realized this was happening, because now retrospectively I'm analyzing and thinking how it was successful. My language also was not good. I was not very much prepared for that. I was just randomly doing something because so many other videos I have seen, like, other things and all they were doing those days. So I thought I'll just do it myself, and then I started giving myself uploading. So that is the time I realized people started calling from all over the corners, even abroad. People who don't even know the language, they were calling. I was only talking in Tamil language. And only few videos in English and a few in Telugu. My mother tongue is Telugu. But I was trying to do these two languages once in a while only. But Tamil is the basic language I used for most of the videos. Then it reached everywhere. It reached, and people started for online consultation, video consultation, voice consultation. So they were desperate to talk to me. But after some time, we realized that okay, it needs to be branded. And then I got one small guy, my husband friend, who helped us giving one person. He was putting up logo, phone number, something like that to add on that video. And then we started doing all those things. Then I started giving ideas, giving pictures, images to them. Please, but it took a long time to tell these people who are not professional digital media people. But I don't want to spend my cost. That is where I said, okay, put this. They'll be putting wrong pictures to the wrong video they'll be doing. Very cautious in that. And only my videos alone, I make sure previously 20 minutes I used to do, half an hour I used to talk. Then I reduced to 10 minutes. Now it is only 5 minutes, 3 minutes like that. But what I'm saying is basic success I felt was, one is that taking to their own language. Second one is what actually you do. Don't think about commercial aspect in that alone. Honestly, what you will do, in what condition, how you do, as per the subject, like what you practice, you have to tell. Because all our patients, word by word, they will listen to you. They'll come back and tell you, madam, in that embryo transfer, what are you doing? You said you have to lie down like that. So what is that now you are changing? After 2 years, the patient, I would have spoken some topic 2-3 years before, but now I'll be changing my protocol. The patient comes and says that video, that place you said you will not do fresh transfer. Why you doing now? So everything has to be honest practice and honest opinions you ought to give. Don't ever commercialize and say that you come like that. You never talk about those things. You do whatever adjustment you do in that banners, but
information sharing with a lot of knowledge
is very important, and update ourselves. We have to update what is really evidence based, what we are going to practice, and we have to talk. I think this is the only mantra I'm still following. I don't cover anything myself. I just
because what you have achieved is like a dream for many people. As you can see, many of the videos are having millions
views. Million views. And see, just to conclude that means the regional language is important. What is your target market according to you, that you will speak. Consistency of posting is important. How you consistently putting a lot of videos, and then the authenticity of that what you
keep
speak,
it
natural that connects with the people. And you don't, and the fourth is you don't require full of gadget lighting and all those things. You just have a mobile phone, have a heart-to-heart talk with people, and just post it. That's what is actually the need.
You can see our videos are very bad. Actually, the camera will not be good. Will not be good. Something will manage to post it, but that ultimately what they want when they are suffering something, they just want to know the solution part. It doesn't matter how you look, how you do all those things.
So it is only content and intent.
And that's what I felt. Otherwise, the remote places, villages, how are they able to see my videos? I thought those days they won't be able to even have Android phones and other things. I don't know. I still wondered how they used to come and tell me, like, I was surprised by that.
People actually have this misconception in even our community. When we keep talking about digital marketing, people think that in villages it doesn't work, tier 3 doesn't work. Now it is actually working. In last 2 years, 3, especially after COVID, it has penetrated to everybody. Like there are almost 900 million phone connection in India, and we are like 1.3 1.4 billion. That means almost everyone has a smartphone. So you cannot say that in the villages people are making videos. They are on shorts on Instagram. They're making, that means they have the accessibility. And when you talk in their own language, that means you are connected to your ground.
And in fact, the local or the vernacular language audience is much bigger than the Hindi speaking audience or English speaking audience.
You can't speak so technical. You can't go out of the box and do a lot of things. You can't do over boasting of yourself. You have to say what they want. That is very important.
Nobody is interested in you. They are interested in themselves. So if you are solving their problem, they will listen to you. Otherwise, they will scroll. Right.
One more question, ma'am. You are running such a big organization. What are the HR lessons you learned, and what are the things you want to tell to the audience that what mistakes they should not commit?
I'm very bad at it. I don't want to give my opinion because I'm still struggling to success in that, because HR is one aspect which I'm really having a tough time.
Yes.
Even earlier, because maybe that time we were busy, we never realized all those things. People come changing according to the HR consultant, according to the HR person. They keep shifting whole bunch out, whole bunch in. After 2-3 months, we realize they are not up to the mark. Like, a lot of forgeries they do, resume changes they'll do. Because whenever you're busy, they'll come, madam, we need so many people, he's busy, I'll take it. Okay, fine, like that you do. At the end of the day, you don't know what happens behind. Every hospital, HR is very important. I realized after 18 years of my practice, I realized that if HR is strong in any hospital, you don't need to worry about administration.
Yes, absolutely.
That is very, the people take left and right. Your man hours are paid like anything. All extra hours are paid like anything. Without even having a work and so you will realize after late that how much things we have lost. So that is very important, I felt, but still I'm not getting any good HR competent people who can understand, and we are not really successful in that. So I really had to learn from all the colleagues here from Doctorpreneur Academy and this thing. Or can we do something automated somewhere, something agency where authentication will happen? That is the one I'm thinking. Instead of each small hospital hiring one guy with so much of cost here, whether it is worth or not, we don't know. And the same
Absolutely.
way it takes, so after 3 months, all the employees' resumes go to the other center. Again,
Yes.
all the people are shifted there. In IVF, this is the fashion here.
Yes. Yes.
They
Yeah.
come with
Yeah.
the batch and they go with the batch.
We have worked very in a deep manner in HR. So if you subscribe to the gold membership, you will
Yeah,
get
I
an
have done.
so you have
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you go to the HR module. It is
Okay.
almost 12 modules are there, I
Okay.
guess. Go very deep. So we start with your personality and how the people psychology, and then tell you about how to build your see people people will shift 1,000 rupees here and there or 10,000 rupees there. But if you take the money out of the equation, how do you do that? How you become a visionary leader, and then people get attracted to you? It has to be learned.
We
Nobody.
have done a lot of research and a lot of inputs have come from multiple HR people. We have
Yeah.
put it all that. Even Chanakya Niti is also put inside.
Yeah.
So
Chanakya Niti is
basically,
also.
it is a very in-depth course.
Please go
I
because you are.
definitely would like to excel in that, because that's one part I think your academy also should teach us, like, that's something we have to do, something you should not be
Yeah.
dependent on one or two people.
So please go and complete that course, because normally people actually try to do not go into HR, which people feel that they can manage. But rightly you have put how critical HR is there. And I think 80% of success of any clinic or any practice, after some time, it becomes how you deal with people. Whether it is your staff, whether it is your patient, whether it is your peer doctor, whether it is outside world, it's a human dealing, right? All your knowledge skills you can learn, you can put aside, and the how you deal with human resources is what makes people successful or not. So please go and complete that module. That's the one thing I will say to you. Yeah. So ma'am, I had one question. When you are starting off, and this is faced by a lot of other people also, a lot of negative vibes are there. Like a lot of people will say negative thing and discourage you. There is a world is full of competition. How will you manage? The loans are very costly. How will you manage money? So there are no, so many negative things will be there. So how did you manage? Because you also gone through that phase, and how you will advise the people who are listening
Yeah, basically, a lot of people will be actually admiring me sometime, because I came from a farmers. My father is only headmaster, humble family. When none of them in my community are doctor, I'm the first one to become a doctor. I'm the only doctor so far in my community, in and around so many people. Maybe in this generation, someone must be doing, I'm not very sure, but in a close circle, I don't have any other doctor. Even I'm married to a non-doctor. So even my husband has so many doctors in our family, but we never had a support. So when we came and started my clinic, I just wanted to start everything very small and simple, so that the costing is very important. So I started a small clinic in Moga, that Chennai. There's Anna Nagar is a prime, means that just adjacent to the place, and I took a rental and I started practicing. That is where the practicing gynecologists and surgeons in that area, they immediately start sending you negative vibes through company representatives. They are the one will be transmitting all the news among us. So they'll be saying that who is she? She just finished. Why did she come and start? How can she do? I'm new to Chennai. See, I got married after my post graduation. I came first time to Chennai. I started. So that is how I started. Then in multi-special, I went into Apollo Corporate, but because I want to give a personalized care, immediately I want to start my clinic. That's how I started. So that time I never used to put my name as a board or something, because my husband also said, even in US Mayo Clinic, nobody advertises. So you should not advertise, patients should come for you. So I never put up anything in front of my clinic. I just took one small clinic inside, and then I started. That people used to send information saying that why is she practicing, she'll not get any patient, she should not do, because so many negative vibes they'll be sending. Wherever I go, they say, how can you, what training you have, what kind of a practice you have. A lot of negativity was there. Apart from that, whenever I write one patient comes with a symptom. For example, one of my patient who came, she wanted some abdominal pain or something. I said, okay, do one hemoglobin and urine culture and come, okay, urine routine. That patient went to another consultant in the same area, and because that time it was around 50 rupees or something, hemoglobin and urine routine. I never had a lab in front of my clinic on lab was there. So that patient went and complained, and the doctor called me and said, see, since because you're studying in institution, you can't come and write everything immediately investigation. You should know how to treat. I said, madam, I need to know, understand the diagnosis. Without diagnosis, I cannot give any medication. So I want to understand whether she is having or not. So if she is not interested, she can go anywhere and get it treated, but I cannot change my protocol. Then that was commented very badly, and then they said that how long she'll practice. You see, openly they commented like that. But still, I took it as a positive. Okay, they are seniors. They have been here so many years. Okay, let us start. I'm not here to share anybody's patient. I'm here to do my practice. So
Correct.
that is how I started. And then in 6 months to 1 year, my clinic was too full. Even my car, the patient used to pull my car most of the times by 11 o'clock. So that kind of a practice I had in such a small place. I never had AC or any gadgets or anything. But patient used to come and sit for hours. So because I always explain to them, I always give. I borrowed a second-hand ultrasound machine in the beginning. That is how I started, and that is where with my own diagnosis I want to start. When I sent a scan, there was not many scans were available those days, and the diagnoses were not there. Left and right hysterectomies were done. So I wanted to see where the fibra really is there, where is the problem is there. I don't charge or anything, and then I just see myself because there's no reporting system in that machine and all. So I just give. But my diagnosis, I'm confident that a solution outcome. So that is how the patients were happy they started. Then I started hiring this one. Even the anesthetist, one of the team, they used to go and comment, this doctor, she doesn't even have own places or nothing, but she comes and thinks that she can, how can she, we'll see, another 5 years she'll run away like that. They used to even come to me and say, why are you doing so much when you are not even having your own place? You don't have you don't have doctor team, they used to say. I said, it's okay, fine. Whatever I can do, I will start doing. No, I am taking my patient responsibility.
So you close your ears of all the negativity and focus on your work.
Never treat others are competitors. We should never ever think that the patients are coming to me. Even if the patient goes, we should be very happy. If the patient determined to come to you only, you should treat. You cannot pull someone else's patient.
Correct.
So to do your practice, you continue to do what you can do. Even if they're gone, if they are justified, okay, something it is not good for you. Not that you are skilled. Maybe something else is not happy for them. Okay, leave it. That always I train even my colleagues, friends, even if they call up, I tell them, okay, fine, okay, just leave it. This is nothing wrong in that. Like, so that as attitude first important for us.
Let go means you let go a little bit of let go, little bit of closing the ears and focusing on your work. And then finally, as we talk about the in the YouTube video, the content and intent is what matters to the.
And I used to call all of them. I used to call them, talk to them, like any problem is there, how to deal. Like, always I talk to people. I talk to doctors, even if they're interested, I just call them and say, okay, this is what happening. I have to do something like that. And off late, then they realize that my focus is quality and then this one rather than anything else. I never bother about anything. Then they started realizing, if you see last 10 years, I've treated more than a patients, more doctors' families, more doctors' kids, more gynecologist kids I have delivered, more gynecologist patients I have given up pregnancies. So this is happening. So that means, okay, I'm accepted and recognized. But we need to have a team. That is what I felt that, okay, we need to have a lot of team. That is lacking still. Okay, my kids comes up, then we'll see.
Fantastic.
It has been a learning experience for us also. And we are very, very grateful that you took spare some good time from your busy schedule and talk to us.
Yes.
So this is one of the thing I felt like maybe inside me there was some entrepreneurship was there.
Yes,
so
definitely.
When the academy came, I felt that this should be there for all the doctors. Like, doctors should not only focus on clinical thing, they also should focus. I see every doctor goes to an organization, they start complaining about everything about the organization. Start complaining about every place. Wherever I'm not getting this, I'm not getting. You don't know unless you into the administration, you know how difficult it is to provide everything.
Correct.
So that if they understand, I think whenever I go to one place, even when I was going visiting, even now I have one corporate hospital tie-up. I always feel that they also should not lose because of us. One point. Second point is we should really do good work to make sure that they will try to retain you, not that you should be sticking to them. So those things are very important. So in my hospital also, I try to at least maintain that for other doctors, giving such comfortability. Those things I'm trying to do it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Great learning. I think people who are listening to you, they must have got a lot of inspiration and a lot of golden nuggets of knowledge, and they will apply in future. And all the listeners who are listening, if you have not joined the academy, if you want to see how we work, what we work, there is a link below. Register for the next workshop, masterclass, and see what the things that we are doing, and jump in and join this academy. It will be a fantastic journey with you. And so thank you so much, ma'am. And all the details, ma'am, please share your link, your hospital website link and your personal LinkedIn link, so that people can talk to you or join you or contact you in case they want any kind of help or any question. It will be very great talking to you.
Yes, sure. I need to spend some time with all those things. Definitely, I would like to do. Thank you so much for making us learn, making us understand the systems. Yes. And it's a great initiative. I don't think people would have thought this way it will go. But really nice, so expanding and doing a lot of other supporting activities. Yeah. Sure, we all also can learn a lot of things.
Yeah, ma'am. We have just begun, and we have the ashirwad of you seniors, people, doctors who have joined us. I think it will go and make us some big impact, which we thought about making something which is nobody cares for doctors. At least we are thinking for doctors on different aspects, and people should not be in this mode of nobody is listening to them, and always in that mode of what I say, Pranav sir?
Always one kind of negativity. We always feel that no one else, we are only doing everything. That feeling should change. Correct.
So I have a special word for it. So people think in that manner, and a lot of doctors feel that, and we in the academy we try to say that take your responsibility. Do not stop for anybody. People, there will be no green signal, everything right externally. There will be government pressure, there will be people pressure, there will be a lot of other things will be happen. But if you make yourself strong and you understand the whole aspect of the ecosystem of healthcare ecosystem, then you can actually survive. And that is what the intent of this academy is.
What we are trying to create is a place, very, very safe place. Any doctor, when there is under problem, he can come and get the guidance. And even otherwise, he can prevent all the problems in his life, get hassle-free, and get some time for himself.
Correct. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And we will love to hear more about you. And please complete that HR module and give us the feedback about that.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Why don't you come to our center when you are dropping in?
We'll definitely come.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. We will, next time when we come now, we will definitely make sure we will meet you. Whenever we have time, we come for a very short duration, 1 or 2 days, but then we'll make some time or slot. We'll let you know.
Okay.
So, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.